Hello everybody, welcome to my channel Lady D. So this will be my weekly video, so welcome to all my new subscribers to my channel. So this is my weekly video that I do on the transits of the planets coming up. I also do a card reading and I do a channel from my guides as well. So this week we've got the new moon that is happening in Taurus on the 28th of the 4th at 5:31 a.m. So that's happening, yeah, on the 28th. So, but before we have that, this is, I feel like, another intense week that we've got coming up. It has already been a few weeks of intenseness with that Venus conjunct Saturn with the node and also close to Neptune. We're in the third week of that. We actually have today on the 25th, we've got Venus, which be exact conjunction with, so it's been a little bit off Saturn, but now it's moved forward back onto Saturn, like Saturn, and they're then jammed together on today. Then we've got the 27th, we then have an opposition with Pluto and Mars. This will be the third time Pluto and Mars will be opposing each other. So this will be the last opposition that we have. So I am expecting something to happen with energy-wise with that. This could be a lot of aggression, a lot of anger, and it could be some sort of release coming up here. I feel like there's going to be some kind of release here that's coming up, whether it's a natural disaster like volcano or earthquake. I just feel like some sort of release that's coming up with this. We've also then got on the 28th you got the new moon, and then you got on the 1st of May you've got Venus moving into Aries. So it's a lot happening this week, and then by the end of next week Venus will be conjuncting Neptune. So we've got Venus with Saturn. By the end of the week, Venus is meeting up with Neptune, which is still not the best when it comes to relationships and our finances either. This new moon that's coming up, I do feel like there's a sense of uncomfortableness. And as I said before, mixed with these other transits, as I said, it's not normal for Venus to be with Saturn for this long. Usually Venus just comes past a day or two and it goes around, and the energy doesn't stay for that long. But the fact that it's been there and stuck in this area, I just feel like the energy's been stagnant and building up, and it's just been quite intense. And it has caused rifts and problems with people, with different relationships around you, or finances just popping up, or money issues sort of coming up as well. So it has been a little bit intense, and this, I just feel like this week will be intense and uncomfortable, especially when we get into this new moon, because Taurus are about being comfortable. They like being cozy, they like their luxuries, they like the things that really make them feel comfortable. And we've got the moon and moon and sun squaring Mars and squaring Pluto at the exact time when they're opposing each other. So I just get a sense of uncomfortableness that's going to come up. I do feel like it's going to bring up money issues, or if a money expansion, or there's just going to be something with money coming up this week and finances. I do feel like there could be a sense of banks closing or tellers. I know some banks are closing their tellers, so it could be more to do with that, or maybe it's more well known. But I am seeing like a bank teller closed, so there could be something with cash flow problems I feel like is going to come up. Anxiety, I feel like problems coming up arising. I also feel like that a sense of feeling down, and also I feel like this is going to be bringing up about facing your fears as well, and a sense of wanting to escape, and also feeling like backed up in a corner. I feel it's coming up this week. There could be more earthquakes coming up this week too, or more tremors, but that could be like a big or major earthquake I feel coming up, because we are dealing with an earth sign. We've still got that Uranus in Taurus, which is bringing up that unstableness in the earth energy. We do have some aspects with, so we've got Uranus in sextile to Saturn, and also sextile to Venus this week, which is bringing about some that's actually quite positive, unexpected problems, but it's in a positive way, it's as well as the Venus. Then we've got Mars. We've got some positive aspects to Mars as well, which is good. But I just feel like these other aspects that we got, these conjunctions and oppositions, they're just overshadowing all the other aspects that's coming up. I feel like they're the main things. By the time we get Venus into Aries, it's all about, I feel like, passion and igniting, and perhaps even feeling more energized, not as procrastinating like with Venus in Pisces, or more like dreamlike with Venus in Pisces. So I do feel like it's more of a reality check moving into Aries, which it will be. We've also got Mercury in Aries as well, although Venus linking up with Neptune can be dissolve in money and also dissolve in relationships too. When we get to the middle of May, Venus will be moving further away from these other planets, and that should also make things more free feeling, not so restricted. We're also going to feel quite restricted with this week too, when we've got a lot of aspects that are coming into the full moon. Even when I'm running the chart for the new moon, I do feel like I feel like, because we also got there's a square to the MC, which is to do with work, and I just feel like money cash flow is going to be an issue this week. So just be on caution. I may be wrong, and I always say to people in readings that I can be wrong, and it's fine. But if you just have cash on hand, just in case something goes wrong, something gets down, or you can't get access to cash, I just feel like this is a good week to make sure you've just got cash with you. Because I feel like there's going to be something to do with work related, career related, could also be coming up. It also could be a sense of maybe following the rules or certain institutions, governments. I just have a sense there's something about cash flow, money coming up this week, as well as sort of things with the earth, like the earth not happy or shaking, tremors, that it's also coming up. And I also feel like there could be a sense of resentment too, could also be coming up as well. And I feel like there's going to be like hidden shocks as well. We possibly could even see, especially when we get that Venus linking up with Neptune, there possibly could even be another celebrity passing, or someone that's big passing, could be as well with that, because it could be dissolving a loved one that we might hear too. I feel like the best thing to do for this week is just try to keep control of everything. It's also, I feel like it's going to bring up desires, or what you desire too. I feel like it's something else that's going to bring up this week as well. Let's have a look. What card should I do for this week? Do for those cards. Okay, let's have a look here. Okay, let's have a look. A week ahead. Okay, I do feel like there's a thing about boundaries coming up here. People setting boundaries. I also feel like I really feel like it's like a sense this person's being very comfortable in his chair, but I just feel like it's an uncomfortable week where things are going to be just sense of uncomfortable. It's like a sense of having eyes everywhere, looking at everything. I do feel like it's going to be a bit of a balancing act this week of about balancing things, and it could be about taking a chance, and it's not a week of taking risks. It's not that energy of risk taking, but I feel like there's a sense here of taking a chance. I also feel like there's a sense here of not impressed and being offered something but you're not impressed by what people are offering you, could also be coming up, and feeling a little bit stuck. And I feel like people trying to manifest or doing rituals with moons, it's not a positive moon. We haven't had a positive moon for a while, new moon, full moon. And when we see these moon rituals and that, I always sort of shudder, because I think you're not knowing where the energies that are coming about with this. I just feel like there's something about certain rituals, certain to do with the moon, that may not be the best thing to do. I feel like also this is about feeling a little bit trap, but I feel like you're hiding it within. So you're hiding your fears, you're hiding what you're feeling, but even though you might be feeling overwhelmed or trapped, but it's like you're hiding it. You're putting on a brave face this week, and it might just seem like things are a little bit much, but there's a sense of emotions, but also a sense of feeling like two sides to the coin. And I do feel like there's something about taking a risk coming up this week, but it's like, I don't feel like it's a good week to take a risk, but I just feel like there's something about risk taking that's coming up. It will be a sense of just tossing your hands up and just seeing what will be, and not because we don't have any sense of control. But it keeps on bringing up balance, like cards about balancing. So there's something about bringing up the balancing act, or something about maybe trying to balance everything is going to be a little bit hectic this week as well. I feel like this card is about unity, but unity may not work. But there is a sense of unity here as well. Again, about balance. There's something about balance, and I feel like the earth is not in balance. I feel like that there's something chaotic going around, especially I feel like in Europe. I feel like there's a lot of chaos that's also going around too. Interesting. This is when the Canadian election is going to be on as well. Wonderful. Although maybe not, because their 28th is my 29th, so maybe not. Giving and receiving is also going to be a big thing. I also feel like there could be a lot of angelic energy around us this week, trying to just give us comfort and support. There's an energy, could even be like an energy imbalance that's also coming up. I just feel like it's a week of being sensitive to other people's energies, to what is happening around. I feel like also there might be a sense of like spitefulness. And over in last night when I was thinking about this week ahead, I was just getting a lot of anxiety, and I really didn't feel positive about the week coming up, and I just know. And I feel like we haven't really seen the aspects of that Mars and Pluto. I thought we would see something with that last year. I think it was. Yes, it was last year before the retrograde. I feel like something was going to happen. It hasn't happened yet. So this will be the last opposition that we do see with them coming together. And I feel like that's going to be a bit of, could even be like a bit of aggression coming up with that too, with Mars being in Leo. And it also could be a sense of, but I have a feeling it's about facing your fears is going to come up with that too. As I've always said, like with these intense weeks that we've had, it's just about staying calm and sort of just, seeing what comes up about with it, or with all. We still, as I said, there are some positive aspects here. We do have the tribe between Mercury and Venus and Mars, which is giving you a lot of strength, communication, but just emotionally, it's just not going to feel the best. We need to give it a try, or a sextile, something aspecting the moon that's going to be positive, which we've only got, like, say, there's like 3 squares. Plus with the other conjunctions and oppositions that we have, I just feel like it's overshadowing things as well. But at the end of the day, it's like leaving up to the universe and see what's going to happen, and we just adjust to it as much as we can when it comes up. So let me just see, I'll do a channel for the week ahead as well. A lot of the cards are just indicating exchange of energy. I feel like just be careful of what the exchange is, or people taking too much of your energy. But there's a sense here of balancing things, trying to keep things in balance. And I feel like things are going to be not in balance, I feel like. So let's see, what can we get for this new moon coming up? Okay. This new moon that is going to be coming up in Taurus, for it is going to be a shockwave through the earth and through all of your worlds. But this needs to happen for the world to move on. As I've always been saying to you about the world being changing, and the full change and the full emotion is coming up. Cannot be stopped now, for it is happening, and nowhere can it be stopped. For your financial institutions will be failing, and it will be brought down. For you'll see the start of the collapse happening this week. For the stock exchange will be cursed, for it will be seen as the curse that it has begun. It has never been built to restrict things, but it's been built with corruption, and it's built with sadness. And these things will start to show this week, for nothing is reliable. For the new things that are coming in for next year and the year ahead, there are going to be new financial systems, new financial ways, but the shock waves for that to happen will start to emerge this week. It is going to be okay, for you'll all survive and it'll all be fine. And a lot of things you cannot see what's happening behind the scenes, but I fear this week the veil will be uncovered, and for some of you will get a glimpse of what's to come. Okay. So, yeah. So see how you go this week. I just feel like it's a bit of intense week coming up. But we'll just have to see. Hopefully, with things that are coming up, as we know, we've got the election for Canada, and then we've got the other election for Australia coming up the week after. We have to see. So if you wanted me to do an Australian video on the Australian election, please let me know if I'll do it this week if I can. I don't have any times of birth for anyone, so I'm just looking on what the I thought personality rises, and I can tell you what I see coming up in that video. So I still also have, we still have a few cabins left available. I think we might only have a sense of like 2 cabins or 1.5 cabins left for that cruise in November. If you want to be a part of that, that's going to be very exciting. Please jump on that and book it in. We've also got on Saturday, so tomorrow, I've got my workshop on at Padstow. Sunday, I'm in Mingara, so Central Coast. If you're at Central Coast and you want to get a reading with me, you can in Mingara, or next weekend I will be in Swansea. So I'll be at Swansea RSL for 2 days doing a fair there, and the week after that I will be in Camden too. So, and then after that I'm in Singapore for a week's holiday. So that's where I am, and then after that is my Mittagong platform. So if you want to come to my show, that'd be very grateful for you guys to come. It will be an interactive show, so I'll be giving out readings to people that if I'm drawn to you. I'll be doing a lot of mediumship readings and psychic readings, answering questions. It will be a great show. So that is on at the end of the month, on the 25th of May. So we'll be having that as well. I think that's pretty much what's going on. So thank you for your likes, shares and your comments, and as I said, thank you to all my new subscribers. Welcome to my channel. I'm thinking of doing a video on the chart with Justin Bieber, so I'm thinking of doing that and trying to get that out there soon. Just seeing how I go with time rise and what's going on with everything and everyone. So we'll just have to see. But thank you for your likes, shares and your comments, and I will see you for my next video. So bye for now.